Vatican City, Italy. In the 17th century, Pope Paul V ordered select documents of the Catholic Church moved from the Vatican Library. Today, the Vatican's secret archives are closely guarded, and some researchers believe they contain revelations so explosive that they threaten the doctrine of the Catholic Church.
Everybody has heard of the Vatican. It's the world's smallest country, home of the Pope, the epicenter of the Christian world, built upon the tomb of St. Peter the Apostle, and when you visit the Vatican, you'll undoubtedly be awestruck by its beauty and scale.
The Vatican Museums is one of the most visited museums in the world, and soon tourists will have even more time to appreciate the thousands of historical treasures it holds.
Under all of this grandeur and beauty lie a plethora of controversy and secrets. What exactly is hidden behind those walls? Join us as we show you 20 strange things discovered in the Vatican, the chained angel. Beneath the Vatican's hallowed grounds is this legend about the chained angel. This being is said to be bound in chains and has been imprisoned for countless centuries. There is no concurrence on the angel's origin, but some suggest it defied divine commands, leading to its eternal captivity. Others wonder if this angel was a guardian sent to Earth whose power became too overwhelming for the mortal world. Alternatively, maybe it could be a fallen angel, locked away to prevent it from causing chaos, or a war prisoner from a battle of angles, held as either a trophy or leverage in some heavenly dispute. All we have are conjectures, but why do you think an angel would have been chained in the Vatican? The Vatican Time Machine Project? This next Vatican discovery is a device capable of unveiling history's mysteries called the chronovisor. Father Pellegrino Ernetti, in the 1960s, claimed to have built this device.
Is the Vatican Church hiding a time machine? In 2002, a French Catholic priest named Father Francois Brune wrote that a device called the chronovisor was held deep in the archives of the Vatican.
Describing it as a cabinet filled with antennas, levers, and a screen, he alleged it could decode sounds and images from past events, displaying them like a recording. Ernetti mentioned working with luminaries like Enrico Fermi and Werner von Braun, using the chronovisor to observe historical milestones, such as Rome's founding and Cicero's speeches, even claiming to witness the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. The archives of miracles and paranormal activity. Apart from the rumored technological marvels that may or may not reside within the Vatican's vaults, it is also believed that the archives house a significant collection of documents detailing recorded miracles and paranormal phenomena. While lacking the allure of futuristic technology, these accounts of miracles and supernatural events offer a space for both the faithful and skeptics to explore and debate the intersection of faith and the supernatural. Examining these stories requires a discerning mind, as they intertwine intrigue, supernatural charm, and historical curiosity. Emanuela Orlandi and the Angel Statue.
After a Sunday address, the Holy Father prayed for the family of a young woman who disappeared from the Vatican 40 years ago.
Emanuela Orlandi disappeared on June 22, 1983, after leaving her Vatican City home for a music lesson in Rome. In 2019, her family's lawyer, Laura Scrow, revealed receiving an anonymous letter. It included a photo of an angel statue in the Teutonic Cemetery, located within the Vatican. The note read, "If you want to find Emanuela, search where the angel looks." Following this lead, Vatican officials opened 2 tombs near the statue, hoping for answers. But the search yielded no human remains. The lost Gospel of Peter. The Gospel of Peter was first discovered by the French archaeologist Urbain Bourriant in 1886. He recovered the 8th-9th century manuscript from a monk's grave in Akhmim, Egypt, approximately 6 miles from the Gnostic Nag Hammadi library discovery. This ancient manuscript allegedly offers an alternative account of Jesus' life, starkly different from the canonical Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The Lost Gospel reportedly portrays Jesus with a more human perspective, drawing attention to his personal struggles and doubts, along with more complicated and less understood aspects of his teachings. The cursed relic of Judas. You have definitely heard about Judas betraying Christ for 30 pieces of silver. Well, It seemed like those coins found their way to the Vatican. These ancient coins are guarded closely and remain out of public view.
Where recently, archaeologists discovered a silver coin, where on one side there was the inscription in Hebrew with the words Holy Jerusalem, and on the other side of the coin, an inscription saying half shekel.
Legends claim that these silver pieces bear a curse, symbolizing the weight of treachery. Each tarnished coin is said to carry misfortune to anyone who dares to hold it. The Vatican, well aware of the tales surrounding these relics, has opted to keep them hidden, not just to shield the faithful from their supposed curse, but also to preserve their historical value. The Haunted of the Apostolic Palace. The Apostolic Palace, the official residence of the Pope, is known for its grandeur and spiritual significance, but it also has a spectral reputation. It is said that the ghost of Pope Alexander VI, known for his corruption, haunts the palace. Those who claim to have encountered his spirit report a chilling presence and a pervasive sense of fear. His whispers are said to echo through the halls during turbulent times, suggesting that his restless spirit may be drawn to current corruption or seeking redemption for past sins. The secret papal exorcism chamber. It is also rumored that the Vatican engages with the supernatural, particularly through exorcism practices. There is said to be a secret chamber beneath St. Peter's Basilica dedicated to performing exorcisms, equipped with holy relics, crosses, holy water, and other sacramentals. This room, decorated with ancient symbols and religious relics, is allegedly designed to enhance the exorcism process in severe cases of presumed demonic possession. The private nature of these exorcisms contributes to the broader perception of the Vatican as an institution operating behind closed doors, potentially concealing controversial activities. The catacombs of lost cardinals. Beneath Vatican City, a maze of hidden tunnels stretches in eerie silence. These are the catacombs of lost cardinals. These ancient passageways are said to house the remains of cardinals whose lives ended under very questionable circumstances. Some believe their actions or knowledge were too dangerous to be revealed, sealing them in this shadowy resting place. There are rumors of covert missions, forbidden knowledge, and unsettling scandals tied to those buried here. Each cardinal's fate appears entwined with church politics, leaving behind stories that are more questions than answers. Codex Gigas. This massive 13th century manuscript, said to have been crafted by a Benedictine monk in Bohemia, is as renowned for its size as it is for its unsettling lore. Among its pages lies a striking full-page illustration of the devil, earning the manuscript its ominous title. A monk, facing punishment of being entombed alive for breaking his vows, vowed to write a book encompassing all human knowledge in a single night to escape his fate. Overwhelmed by the impossible task, he is said to have struck a deal with the devil, trading his soul for the book's completion. The doctrine of discovery. Another controversial aspect of Vatican history is the doctrine of discovery, a set of papal decrees from the 15th century that allowed European Christian nations to claim lands inhabited by non-Christians. These decrees provided a religious justification for seizing territories and subjugating indigenous peoples worldwide. This policy led to widespread exploitation, slavery, and atrocities under the guise of spreading Christianity. The long-term effects are still felt today, as many indigenous communities struggle to reclaim their ancestral lands and recover from colonialism's scars. Nephilim and Rh-negative blood. Nephilims are ancient giants described in the Bible and are said to be the offspring of angels and humans. Now, the rare Rh-negative blood type, a genetic trait present in a small fraction of people worldwide. Some believe this anomaly is more than science can explain, tying it to these mythical beings. This theory gets more interesting when it seems like there is a link between this blood type and Vatican City. Are they keeping evidence of an extraordinary connection between the Nephilim and this rare blood type? Share your thoughts in the comment section. The Seal of Solomon and Demon Control. The Seal of Solomon, or Ring of Solomon, is also known as the Star of David in Jewish tradition, and was the magical signet ring attributed to King Solomon in medieval Jewish tradition. Described as a pentagram or hexagram, the ring was said to give Solomon the power over demons and genies and enabled him to speak with animals, Thus, it became a powerful magical motif, amulet, and talisman. Some believe this ring rests within the Vatican's secret vaults. If true, it would imply that the Church possesses a tool capable of managing demonic forces and warding off spiritual dangers. Alien technology in the Vatican vaults.
If the secret library at the Vatican, which they acknowledge exists, doesn't have records or chronicles about extraterrestrial contacts that the Catholic Church has recorded and knows happened, but is keeping a secret.
Another wild aspect of Vatican lore involves hidden extraterrestrial technology. Some conspiracy theorists and UFO enthusiasts argue that the Church secretly maintains evidence of extraterrestrial civilizations and their advanced technologies. They suggest that the Vatican's collection of ancient artifacts and manuscripts might include items from other worlds. In fact, in 2025, a group of scientists and researchers were seeking access to the Vatican Apostolic Archives to uncover information about UFOs and the paranormal, believing there may be traces amid the 50 miles of shelves holding everything from handwritten papal notes to presidential missives, papal doppelgangers, and assassination plots. Another well-kept secret of the Vatican are the Pope's doppelgangers. These uncanny doubles, mirroring the Pope's appearance, are believed to serve as decoys in times of peril. When threats surface, these lookalikes step into the spotlight, shielding the Pope from harm by diverting danger. It's a carefully executed strategy, blending deception with precision to ensure the pontiff's safety. Instances of alleged sightings of the Pope appearing in two places at the same time have kept this theory alive. Some believe the Vatican might secretly train individuals with striking resemblances to the Holy Father, prepared to assume his role without hesitation. The cursed portrait of anti-Pope. In a quieter corner of the extensive Vatican art collection, we discover a supposedly cursed portrait, carefully shielded from view. This portrait depicts an anti-Pope, a figure who rose in opposition to the legitimate Pope during a period of significant division within the Church. Many believed it brought misfortune and despair to those who gazed upon it. Over time, the portrait deteriorated, its colors faded, and its canvas cracked, seemingly mirroring the decline of the anti-Pope's legacy. Today, with only a select group of Vatican experts aware of the portrait's existence and location, the sarcophagus of Malachy and the prophecy of the Pope. Deep beneath the Vatican lies the sarcophagus of Saint Malachy, an Irish saint renowned for his prophetic gifts. He predicted the succession of popes from his time until the end of the world.
Malachi Morgaire was nothing less than a saint. He was forced to bear witness to a terrifying vision of divine wrath, a biblical apocalypse that he predicted would occur in our time.
His visions were recorded as cryptic phrases, each forecasting the reign of a pope and significant events of their papacy. They consist of brief phrases in Latin which purportedly tell something about the men who will be elected pope, from the saint's contemporary Celestine II to Peter the Roman, 111 popes later. The hidden underground pagan temple. During secret excavations within Vatican City, an astonishing find emerged, a hidden underground pagan temple. This ancient chamber lies beneath centuries of history, offering a rare glimpse into Rome's spiritual past before Christianity's rise. Thought to date back to the Roman Empire, the temple is adorned with intricate carvings, statues, and altars dedicated to deities such as Jupiter, Venus, and Mars. The juxtaposition of this pagan sanctuary beneath the heart of Catholicism is both fascinating and thought-provoking. So the question is, why has this site remained concealed? The Library of Forbidden Books. This rumored collection is said to house texts and books deemed too perilous for public consumption. From ancient grimoires brimming with occult knowledge to theological writings that challenge traditional beliefs, its shelves allegedly guard centuries of suppressed wisdom. These books, often linked to alchemy, sorcery, and controversial religious perspectives, are thought to hold secrets capable of reshaping how we understand history and faith. Though no solid proof of its existence has surfaced, we can't but wonder what effect this could have on the world today should it be true. The Shadow Conclave. The Papal Conclave, in the Roman Catholic Church, the assembly of cardinals gathered to elect a new pope, and the system of strict seclusion to which they submit. There have been stories of a hidden assembly, a shadow conclave operating behind the scenes. This shadow conclave is said to include a select circle of high-ranking clergy and influential laypeople, chosen for their spiritual depth, strategic insight, and vast knowledge, and their task is to weigh each candidate's potential, scrutinizing qualities that align with their vision for the Catholic Church's future. People living in the Vatican drink more wine than anywhere else in the world. On average, each Vatican resident gulps down an amazing 74 liters of wine per year. That's double the amount consumed in wine-loving countries like France and Italy. There are a few reasons why Vatican residents drink so much wine. First, they often eat together in big groups. Second, the only supermarket in the tiny city-state sells wine without any taxes or duties. This makes wine very cheap and easy to buy, leading to the sky-high wine consumption. Number 13, the election of a new pope. When the College of Cardinals meets to elect a new pope, they follow ancient traditions that have remained virtually unchanged for centuries. This includes secluding themselves in the Sistine Chapel and using a special chemical mix to create the famous black or white smoke signals. During the election process, the cardinals' votes are crucial. They need at least 77 out of 115 votes for one candidate to become the new pope. The smoke that emerges from the chapel chimney plays a vital role in signaling the progress of their decision. The process involves burning the ballots and personal notes in a two-stove system. The ballots are first incinerated in a traditional cast iron stove, used since the conclave of 1939. This action triggers an electronic mechanism on a newer stove, introduced in 2005, which releases a cartridge containing one of two chemical mixtures. For black smoke, potassium perchlorate, anthracene, and sulfur are combined. White smoke, on the other hand, is created using potassium chlorate, lactose, and Greek pitch, a type of pine resin. The electronic device releases 5 charges of the chosen mixture, each about the size of a tissue box, one at a time. This ensures the smoke remains visible for approximately 7 minutes as it exits through a single exhaust pipe connected to the Sistine Chapel's chimney. Thus, the smoke seen from St. Peter's Square is a blend of the burned ballots and these specific chemical compounds, providing a clear visual indication to the waiting world of whether a new pope has been elected. Number 12. The Laocoon and his son's statue. Discovered in Rome in 1506 and now showcased in the Vatican museums, the statue known as Laocoon and his sons has become renowned in art history. It depicts the Trojan priest Laocoon and his sons Antiphantes and Thymbraeus struggling against sea serpents. Standing just over 6 feet tall, the figures are nearly life-sized. This ancient marble sculpture, celebrated by Pliny the Elder, showcases intense human suffering, marked by contorted faces and strained bodies. Laocoon's agonizing expression, with prominently furrowed brows, is particularly notable. Pliny attributed the work to 3 Greek sculptors, Agasander, Athenodoros, and Polydorus from Rhodes, but its exact origins remain uncertain. Scholars debate whether it's an original piece or a Roman-era replica. Despite missing parts and ancient modifications, the statue remains remarkably well preserved for its age. Displayed in the Museo Pio Clementino within the Vatican museums, the Laocoon group continues to captivate viewers with its portrayal of profound human emotion and physical struggle. Number 11. The Vatican Observatory. Established in 1891, this observatory blends astronomy with the Catholic Church's dedication to seeking knowledge. Located in Castel Gandolfo's hills, its research facilities are supported by the Vatican city-state. Founded under the Holy See, the Vatican Observatory conducts astronomical research and engages the public to deepen our understanding of the universe. It is among the world's oldest active observatories, tracing its origins back to 1582 during the Gregorian calendar reform. Situated at the papal summer residence in Castel Gandolfo, just outside Rome, The observatory hosts a team of 12 priests and brothers from diverse backgrounds, including Jesuits and diocesan members. Their research employs modern scientific methods to explore the cosmos. Collaborating closely with the Vatican Observatory Foundation, the institution promotes education and public involvement in astronomy. It fosters constructive conversations bridging faith and science, reflecting the Vatican's commitment to harmonizing spiritual beliefs with scientific exploration. The Vatican Observatory's celestial studies not only contribute to scientific progress, but also highlight the Church's ongoing support for learning and discovery. Number 10. The Vatican's citizenship policy. The Vatican City differs from other nations in its citizenship policy. The population mainly consists of clergy, Swiss guards, and a few staff members residing within its borders. Other residents include diplomats and Holy See employees, but there are no permanent citizens in the traditional sense. Citizenship in Vatican City is granted under jus officii, meaning it is given to individuals appointed to official roles within the Church. This citizenship is temporary and lasts only as long as their appointment. Since Vatican City lacks hospitals and delivery facilities, no one can be born a citizen there. Becoming a citizen of Vatican City is much harder than becoming an Italian citizen and living in Rome. Citizenship extends to immediate family members living together, but is revoked once the official appointment ends. Number 9. The Cabinet of the Masks. The Cabinet of the Masks is one of the many hidden treasures you can find at the Vatican Museum. The story of the Cabinet of the Masks begins with architect Alessandro Dori. The architect initiated its transformation in 1771, focusing on a hall within the Palazzetto Innocent VIII, originally intended for museum purposes. Though much of Dori's work has been altered over time, the hall underwent a significant redesign in the neoclassical style by Michelangelo Simonetti a decade later. Simonetti, known for his contributions across the Vatican, entrusted Cristoforo Unterperger and Domenico De Angelis with adorning the walls of the Hall of Masks. Among the notable sculptures is the dung chair, made from dark rose marble, which has a curious history as a papal throne. Legend connects it to the mythical Pope Joan, purportedly a woman who reigned in the 9th century. The chair's association led to a tradition where each new pope would undergo a seated examination to dispel any fears of a disguised female pope. Number 8. The Vatican Time Machine Project. The Vatican's Time Machine Project is one of the most intriguing discoveries hidden deep within the Vatican's secret archives. According to rumors, the Vatican has been developing a device called the chronovisor that can peer into the past and witness historical events unfold in real time. Imagine being able to observe the construction of the Great Pyramids or the signing of the Magna Carta. The potential of such a device is truly mind-blowing and could revolutionize our understanding of history. Conspiracy theorists claim that the Vatican has kept this project tightly under wraps to maintain control over historical narratives and prevent the misuse of this powerful technology. Skeptics, on the other hand, dismiss these claims as mere fantasy. However, the allure of a time machine hidden within the walls of the Vatican continues to captivate the imagination of time travel enthusiasts around the world. Number 7. The Vatican's connection to Nephilim and Rh-negative blood. One of the most intriguing mysteries is the tale of the Nephilim, an ancient biblical race of giants born from the union of angels and humans, and their potential link to the rare Rh-negative blood type. The Nephilim, often described as fallen angels in biblical lore, are said to possess extraordinary powers and knowledge. Interestingly, some believe these beings have left a lasting mark on humanity through the Rh-negative blood type, a genetic anomaly found in only a small percentage of the global population. More mysterious still is the theory that Vatican City harbors individuals with this rare bloodline. The idea suggests a bizarre connection between the ancient Nephilim and the current custodians of religious secrets. The potential implications of such a discovery are truly unsettling, fueling endless fascination and speculation among conspiracy theorists and historians alike. Number 6. The Forbidden Library. This library is said to hold a collection of forbidden books and texts. These are writings that the Vatican has decided are too dangerous for the public to see. The library's contents span centuries. It has ancient manuscripts, grimoires, and controversial theological works. According to legend, the Vatican has carefully gathered these forbidden books. They want to stop their disruptive ideas from spreading. These volumes are linked to sorcery, alchemy, and unorthodox religion. They are said to contain secrets that could challenge established beliefs. Scholars and conspiracy theorists are captivated by this library. They wonder what kind of lost gospels, ancient prophecies, or alternative biblical accounts it might hold. Despite no solid proof of this library's existence, the idea fascinates people. The possibility of such a trove of hidden knowledge keeps researchers intrigued to this day. Number 5. The attempted assassination of the Pope. In 1981, during his routine presence in St. Peter's Square, Vatican City, Pope John Paul II was struck by 2 bullets fired from the crowd. The assailant, Mehmet Ali Agca, a Turkish national associated with the nationalist group the Grey Wolves, carried out the attack. The true motives behind Agca's actions remain shrouded in uncertainty and suspicion to this day. In contrast to typical state responses that often involve military or suppressive measures, the Vatican pursued a judicial approach following Mehmet Ali Agca's assassination attempt on Pope John Paul II. Pope John Paul II, who survived the attack, visited Agca in prison in 1983 and granted him forgiveness. He also extradited him to Turkey. Number 4. The Vatican Grottoes. Beneath the Vatican's surface lies a maze of secret passages known as the Vatican Grottoes. These underground catacombs are home to the final resting places of numerous popes, including the revered St. Peter himself, making it a place of profound historical significance. The Vatican Grottoes consist of a network of chambers and chapels located below part of the nave of St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City. Situated 3 meters beneath the current floor level, they extend from the high altar to halfway down the aisle, forming an underground church that spans the history of the basilica from its origins in the 4th century. Within these grottoes rest the tombs of 91 popes. Notably, Pope John Paul II was initially interred here in 2005 before being moved to the altar of Saint Sebastian. The grottoes also house the graves of various royals such as Queen Christina of Sweden and Queen Charlotte of Cyprus. Number 3. The Vatican Obelisk. The Vatican Obelisk is an ancient Egyptian monument standing proudly in the center of St. Peter's Square in Vatican City. While many may not know what it is, the striking obelisk is instantly recognizable to most. This towering monument is thousands of years old, originally erected in the Egyptian city of Heliopolis. The history behind this obelisk is sinister. After the Romans built a ship to transport it, the obelisk was used as a site for the execution of early Christians. It stood in the circus of Gaius and Nero, the very place where St. Peter was crucified. Even in the Middle Ages, the obelisk remained standing with the blood of martyred Christians at its base. It was not until 1586 that the monument was finally moved from its original location and placed in the center of St. Peter's Square. The obelisk does not signify pagan worship as some people have speculated, although it undoubtedly has pagan origins. Number 2. The Secret Tunnel of the Sistine Chapel. The Passetto di Borgo, an elevated passage spanning about 800 meters, connects Vatican City to Castel Sant'Angelo in Rome. Built in 1277 by Pope Nicholas III, its purpose was strategic, to provide a secure escape route for popes during times of danger. During the sack of Rome in 1527, Pope Clement VII famously utilized the Passetto to evade the advancing troops of Emperor Charles V. This event underscored its critical role in safeguarding the papacy during turbulent periods in history. Constructed of sturdy brick and stone, the Passetto features fortified walls with small windows and openings that allow defenders to monitor and defend against threats from the city below. Its elevated position offered a tactical advantage, enabling the Vatican to maintain communication and secure passage to the nearby Castel Sant'Angelo. Number 1. The Bones of St. Peter. In the summer of 1968, Pope Paul VI announced the discovery and identification of the skeletal remains of St. Peter. The revered bones had been found earlier among the ancient structures beneath the grand high altar of St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. Pope Paul VI emphasized that this announcement was based on extensive research by experts, but he also lent his own authority to the declaration. He stated confidently that, after thorough archaeological and scientific investigations, the relics of St. Peter had been identified in a convincing manner. The Pope described the process as meticulous and precise, leading to a positive outcome. Convinced by the evidence presented, Pope Paul VI felt compelled to share this joyful news without delay, considering it a solemn duty to do so. At the heart of the grottoes, in the Clementine Chapel, is the tomb of St. Peter. Marked by a grille covering white marble, this site is of profound importance to the Catholic faith, attracting pilgrims and historians alike. According to tradition, St. Peter's tomb is located beneath the basilica. While debates persist over its exact authenticity, it remains a focal point of spiritual devotion and scholarly inquiry. What fascinated you the most about these discoveries? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Also, click the next video on your screen to enjoy more exciting content.